Hello everyone. Welcome to Mind Climb. Have you ever wondered why vehicles slow down when we hit the brakes or why we sometimes slip on a banana peel? There's a force at work in every part of our daily lives. Today, we are diving into a force that's both our best friend and our toughest opponent. Yes, it's all about friction.
Friction is a force that opposes motion. When you slide a book on a table, it eventually stops because friction resists the movement. It is caused by the interaction between the two surfaces in contact.
What causes friction? Well, there are mainly three causes: surface irregularities, interlocking effect, pressure impact. Surface irregularities. Even smooth things like glass or metal aren't perfectly flat. Tiny bumps stop them from sliding freely, like when a coin doesn't glide smoothly on glass. Interlocking effect. When two rough surfaces touch, their little bumps lock together, like rubbing to stones or sandpapers. That's why sliding feels tough. Pressure impact. Greater pressure between surfaces increases friction, like dragging a mat with someone sitting on it. Now let's see the different types of friction. Static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction are the different types. To get something moving from rest, we face static friction, like the big push needed to start moving heavy furniture. Once it's sliding, we deal with sliding friction, which is less, like keeping a book sliding across a table. But when something rolls, the resistance is the least. That's rolling friction, like how easily a ball or a suitcase with wheels moves. Next, let's look at how friction can be both a friend and a foe. Friction helps us in so many ways. It makes walking and running possible. Lets us write with pens and pencils, helps vehicle brakes work, keeps nails fixed in walls, and even holds knots securely. But friction can also act as a foe. It wears out materials and shoes, generates unwanted heat, wastes energy in machines, makes movement harder, and reduces machine efficiency. Hope that's easy to follow as we move on to the next examples. Here you can see in the images the grooved soles, which prevent slipping on surfaces. Next we can see treaded tire, which is helpful for better grip and safer driving. And the final one is that of the brake pads to stop the wheel movement effectively. So far, we've seen what friction is, its different situations, and its types. Now let's talk about how we can reduce friction. One way is by using lubricants like oil, grease, or graphite. They form a thin layer between surfaces so they don't rub directly. Another way is by polishing surfaces, which makes them smoother, though friction never fully disappears. And in some machines, we even use air cushions. A thin layer of air replaces oil and lets the parts move with very little resistance. Here we can see one of the smartest ways humans have reduced friction is through the power of wheels. Since rolling friction is much smaller than sliding friction, wheels became one of humanity's greatest inventions. That's why machines use ball bearings. They replace sliding with rolling, saving energy. And it's the same reason even a child can easily pull heavy luggage when it has rollers. Next, let's talk about another kind of friction, fluid friction. When objects move through air, they face resistance called air drag. That's why airplanes are designed like birds, to cut through the air smoothly. In water, it's the same idea. Fish and ships have streamlined shapes to glide efficiently with less energy loss. And even vehicles on the road are built this way. Their special designs reduce fluid friction, so they move faster and save fuel. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap what we've learned. Friction always opposes motion, it acts in the opposite direction of the applied force. The nature of surfaces matters, rough surfaces and higher pressure create more friction. Friction is also essential in daily life, without it, we couldn't walk, ride, or even stop vehicles, though it does cause energy loss. And finally, friction can be controlled, we can increase it using treads and rough surfaces, or reduce it with lubricants, wheels, and streamlined designs.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us for more fun and easy science explanations.